The core self resonates at 12D. And this occurrence is going to reach far deeper than what ETs know of. Not so much as what we know of, though, because we had to live his unnatural reality for a very long time. We're going to, I wouldn't say bound the ETs entirely, but the fact we had to go through this reality, they didn't. They have never had to go quite through what we have gone through. And they will express this. Though there's going to be a little issue with pride, or not so much as pride, but more like an unacceptance. Because we are looked upon as a lower rank. However, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding in what ETs think about us. I think they honestly think that in such unnatural circumstances, no wonder why it's so messed up. And they are just happy to see glints of inspiration, glints of evolution. That's what I believe, but until it's clarified. ETs are going to start descending at the moment, but they're then going to pause as well. This is going to reach deep, very deep. Also, there's I'll have to look it up. Well, I'm just going to put this out there. There is also going to be a nebula. Well, there is already on its way. Since 2002, there has been a nebula system. It's referred to as the Red Star system. There's this amazingly huge red star within the center of it. It's on its way here. This is one planet out of eternity. It's not to say that the universe does not interact with us. The night sky is as honest as it gets. Now, the ETs are going to be just, they're going to, I believe their reaction is going to be like, wait a minute, this is really cool, but wow, this is so different. What's going on? Generally speaking. After this moment, I cannot describe because the visual picture is, there's too much information occurring to define. It's playing catch up in evolution. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Can you imagine if Earth was natural and pure in expansion and progression that entire time? Look at it now, it's completely unrecognizable. You got plants that are poisonous, you got diseases that aren't even supposed to exist, you have animals behaving in ways that animals shouldn't have, in creatures that should never even, in a sense, existed. Especially the reaction. If someone's being abused and hurt, they're going to express it. And if they don't express it in some physical form or some verbal form, and they're the kind of quiet type, you can see it in their face, in mood. You see Earth, and you see it. You do. There is an abuse that you can see on Earth. Deserts, good example. Why is Africa so barren, and why is it at the same time exotic? Well, there's so many countless examples on Earth, Gaia, that expresses abuse and harm. However, you go deeper into the surface and you see where there's a hibernation mode that had occurred. After all, there is some point for some of us who get hurt so deeply that we have to, in a sense, not feel as much as we should, because if we keep feeling on that level that we know we can, we're going to be more reactive and we're going to be hurt more. We go into hibernation. We go into a survivalism mode. We go into a not a non-response mode, but a preservation of the self mode. We all have our examples or stories, expressions, and symbolic terminologies that we have with this. For me, it's been 11 years of just being someone else that I'm not. Complications. That's what's expected out of our unnatural reality. So Gaia, how we remember Gaia? We see Lord of the Rings. We see Harry Potter. But Harry Potter's a pretty fair example. This magic, this mysticalism that we all love, Avatar. Come on now. It is going to be the highest grossing movie of all time. I put money on the table right now. It will. Why? It's getting it does. It touches the core. There is a recognition and beauty of Avatar that is unchallenged. Really, try and debate Avatar with someone that has seen it and you've seen it. It's not logical. Why would you? Look what it symbolizes. Debunks. That is the beauty of debunks. There is nothing hidden, and there is nothing suggestive. There is no control behind it, and there is no try. It is simplicity. We are going to catch up as well. Our physicality is going to experience. That's a very difficult one to express, but you know how a solar flare, when it puts out gamma rays, I'm mostly talking about the beautiful aura waves, just that grace of motion. That's how our body's going to react. Earth is going to be a massive part behind it, but in our own unique way, we're going to react as well. I could visualize this, but this is visual, and it is difficult to express. But we are going to reach a calming level that is going to be expressed as joyful tears. Terra Nova, planet of tears. But in the new beginning, when you refer to Terra Nova, it is known as planet of happiness. So happy, so beautiful, that just to be there, just to remember how it was, to realize the story of this planet, to realize the story of the people, brings tears of absolute joy and bliss. I imagine there are going to be persons that are going to basically, not all the time, but cry for a couple of years, because the beauty of never having to hold the defenses up, to having to have this instinctive primal survivalism that is subconscious, but more like unconscious in reaction. Most people are reacting on a very primal level. Look what happens when you look at someone in the eye in a weird way. They react aggressively. You say something in a just slightly different tone. You have that little accent on the end of what you just said on the sentence. They react to that. 6th dimension, detection levels. Animals have this, but more survival-like. But they also have it because animals don't live in the distractions that we live in. And because we are on a more potential level, distractions react that much more bold. This creates a very interesting realization. You bump this reality and look at all that brain power, all that time to feel in real time. No defenses, no survivalism, no need to feel you gotta feel this way. You get to be yourself, and you have beautiful beings, a beautiful living planet. The best beginning